Let's go. We here. What's going on, guys? Welcome to Tariq Radio. I am your gracious host. My name is Tariq Nasheed. Ready to chop up game. I need everybody to hit that thumbs up button, hit that like button. Let everybody know that we're live right now. We're going to be chopping it up heavy. We're going to take that real quick commercial break, get that out the way, but we will be right back right here on Tariq Radio. So don't move a muscle. We'll be right back.
Listen up, squares. You need to get the legendary book on game, The Art of Mackin', by author Tariq King Flex Nasheed, available on Amazon right now. Can you dig it? This book has been a bestseller for 20 years, Jack, and the New York Times called it a classic. That means it's out of sight. So this book ain't for no lames who ain't trying to learn the game. Jive turkeys. So if you're ready to stop slacking in your mackin', get the Art of Mackin' book on Amazon and Barnes & Noble right now, sucker. Rated PG. That stands for plenty of game. Jive chumps.
Are you tired of nerdy platforms that refuses to acknowledge white supremacy and geek culture? Do you seek a black nerd podcast that covers topics like anime, video games, movies, and TV shows, and other topics that black nerds can relate to? Then you need to check out the podcast, The Swarthy Nerd, at swarthynerd.com. Join the host, the TV guru, and Yuki the Snowman every Tuesday on their mission to provide empowerment to black nerds everywhere. So that is swarthynerd.com. Swarthy is spelled SWARTHY, swarthynerd.com.
It's tax time again. Let the experts at Clark Pro Taxes make filing your taxes easy for you. They can prepare your taxes in person or virtually in all 50 states. Just snap a picture of your documents and leave the rest to them. Let Clark Pro Taxes prepare your personal and business taxes. Clark Pro Taxes will not stop until you get your maximum refund. Go to clarkprotaxes.com now and schedule your free consultation with the owner, Victoria Clark. That's clarkprotaxes.com. Starting a garden has never been so easy at this time. So check out myseedsnow.com. With our 100% organic heirloom non-hybridized non-GMO seeds, we want everyone to be successful at growing their own organic gardens. We have culinary herbs, wildflower seeds, vegetables, and fruit sampler packs, all starting at just 99 cents. We even have sprouts and microgreens you can grow in the comfort of your home. Come join the fun and start growing your own organic food at myseedsnow.com. Once again, that's myseedsnow.com.
What's up, family? If you want to keep your car clean inside and out, you need to do it with Royal Canary. Royal Canary is the best car detailing product on the market right now. It's a premium car detailing product that will beat any product on the market, guaranteed. And it's not just the first, but it's the only black-owned car detailing product on the market. So no more using all of those old, outdated, greasy, watered-down products. Step your game up at royalcanary.com. That's ROYALCANARIE.com and use the coupon code FBA to get 5% off on your purchase. royalcanary.com.
Do you need to get your credit in order? Check out TradelinesWithGamba.com. On this website, run by credit expert Brother New, you will learn how to boost your credit score, and you will learn how to get help on funding your own business. There is also a do-it-yourself credit repair kit. Get started now at TradelinesWithGamba.com. Gamba is spelled G-A-M-B-A.
The past year has been of great loss for so many people. Processing the news of the passing of a loved one is never easy. A million things go through your mind at once. One thing we know at Chamar Monuments is at the end of the day, the memory of your loved one must live on. We are here to help you create a custom monument to honor your loved one's life. Call us today at 866-974-0419 or visit us at jamarmonuments.co for more information. Let us assist you in creating an everlasting memory. That's jamarmonuments.co.
Want to start a new career? Want to make $50 an hour or more from home? Do you find yourself in a dead-end job that's going nowhere fast? Reach out to Lifting the Veil IT Academy. We will train you in database development and business intelligence.
Go to ltvacademy.com. That's ltvacademy.com.
Thanks to Sub, I've been working in the IT industry for over a year, full time.
Just got an offer for, 74, I guess it breaks down to 1,000 a year.
That's ltvacademy.com.
Now that entertainment venues are reopening, lightspeedtickets.com is the place to get all your sports, concert, and theater tickets. We guarantee that we'll beat out 90% of the competition with our ticket prices. People who buy tickets to resell love us too. Go to lightspeedtickets.com, your go-to site for event tickets around the world. That's lightspeedtickets.com.
Stop what you're doing and go over to OnCodeClothing.com and get fresh this spring. On Code Clothing offers a full line of Black empowerment themed apparel. We have sweatshirts and long sleeves for those cool spring evenings, and fly t-shirts for those warmer days. So don't hesitate, get on Code at OnCodeClothing.com. On Code is an exclusive melanated brand, so tap in today. Use discount code Tariq Radio at checkout, and save for a limited time only.
Have you been gaining a lot of weight since the COVID-19 pandemic? Ladies and gentlemen, do you have a weak upper body? Ladies, do you feel insecure when a man looks at you from behind because you feel like your butt isn't round enough? If you answer yes to any of these questions, Solomon's Fitness World can help you achieve your fitness goals. Solomon offers customized online personal training, makes and sells ankle, booty, and power resistance bands to strengthen, stretch, and tone your whole body. Order your resistance bands now at solomonsfitnessworld.com. Enter discount code TARIQ to save 15% on your bundle order. www.solomonsfitnessworld.com.
Bro, stop playing and start spraying. Leave an op on the ground where you stand. At all costs, yeah, make sure you protect it. Old goon juice, the formula been tested. You can defend yourself. If you find that you need a little help, gotta stay ready, ain't no love in the street. Pepper spray straight to the face, make them get weak. Get it at oldgoonjuice.com. If they thinking you slipping, then tell them to come get them some. If you packing this, you won't be lacking. A shot to the eye in them problems you having. Maximal strip, hit them haters on ground, so you can feel free when you out in the town. Old goon juice, and don't forget a shirt, man. You gotta stay ready, that evil on alert. Yeah.
You are now tuning into the legendary Tariq Nasheed.
I gave a little blood on that bridge and sound my
on Tariq Radio.
I say whoever threw that paper, your mom's a hoe.
Oh, we're back. We're back. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Glad to have y'all tuning in right here on Tariq Radio. Everybody hit that thumbs up button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. Everybody hit that subscribe button if you have not subscribed already, and hit that bell icon as well, ladies and gentlemen. We are in the month of April right now. Number one, y'all have to be very careful for the month of April. I've warned people for years, month of April is the holy month for white supremacists. They really like to get extra busy around the month of April, so we got to be careful moving out here in these streets. Also, at the end of this month, the highly anticipated film Buck Breaking will be released. We are definitely having a screening here in LA because of the COVID restrictions and all that. We may not be having movie theater screenings in other places, but we're still kind of working on something. There are some promoters who hit me up from Memphis. We might have something there. My brother Carl, the promoter out there in Miami, he's working on something. So we'll keep you guys posted, but we're going to get you the movies by the 30th. You guys are going to watch it. You'll see it either in the theaters or on DVD or Blu-ray. You're going to see it. So we're going to keep you posted on that. Just stay tuned to the website, buckbreakingmovie.com, buckbreakingmovie.com, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of stuff going on. We got a chop up game about. If you're looking at the screen, you'll see an article that just came out today. And as we know, they still got the wave going about black people committing anti-Asian hate crimes. They got that propaganda going very heavy. And in two places, the Bay Area and New York City, it's just a plethora of the same types of crimes over and over again, where black people, for no reason whatsoever, no logical reason who's orchestrating it, because if there's a pattern, somebody has to orchestrate these patterns. But only really in the Bay Area and in New York, we keep seeing these random quote unquote attacks over and over again. And nobody can explain why, but we all know, and what the white media is saying, along with their Asian buffer class, all we know it's the black community's fault. Now, nobody is blaming anybody else because of the Asians who got shot down there in Atlanta in that mass shooting by a white man. They completely ignored that. That's just completely ignored. But what we're seeing in the news cycles, it is black people's fault. And see, we're going to have to step it up, black folks, and stop being afraid to start calling stuff out. And we got to start controlling the narrative ourselves. Now, as we know, some of those videos coming out of the Bay looks extremely fake. Some of them are clearly staged. And in New York, what's going on is it seems like the police are getting some shills, or they're deliberately getting mentally ill people to go out and commit these crimes deliberately. It seems like it's being orchestrated by law enforcement. Somebody has to be orchestrating these quote unquote crimes. Somebody has to be orchestrating it because it makes no other sense any other way. Let's be real. See, we're going to have to start calling this out, black folks. This stuff makes no sense. What logical reason would black people be harming Asians? Because this is the narrative. See, they'll try to clean it up. They'll say this stuff behind closed doors. If you go on all the little message boards and all the chat rooms, a lot of the Asians are just spewing their anti-black hatred that they've already had, and these stories are just helping to justify that. But the narrative is it's a black problem. And we must never forget, family, this is so important, how ABC News, an international news apparatus, got on international television and played these people who actually blame the black community. Don't let them run away from this, family. Don't let them run away from their own narrative. Let me play the clip. This is what they said on ABC.
The black community to realize that that black people are hurting Asians and they need to speak out in their own community. We need the black community to realize that that black people are hurting Asians and they need to speak out in their own community. We need the black community to realize that that black people are hurting Asians and they need to speak out in their own community.
Okay, family, that clip right there, don't you ever let them run away from that. Okay? Don't ever let them run away from that. Disney owns ABC, and we all know Disney has a history of anti-black racism. But let's be very clear. Don't ever let them run away from that narrative that they pushed out there. Don't ever let them run away from it. Because see, when we start calling them on the anti-black rhetoric that's coming from this stuff, then they try to switch it up and say, well, all crime is bad. I mean, nobody should be harming anybody. We're not really blaming anybody. Yes, you are. No, you guys are blaming black people and the black community. You're blaming black people and the black community. That was very dangerous what they did on TV. You put a target on black people's backs. And all of these quote unquote attacks are happening in liberal places. San Francisco Bay Area, very liberal. New York, they got de Blasio, these Democrat run cities. This is something that the Democrats is pushing right now. The Democrats are letting the Asians know we need you as a new voter base. There was a story came out today. why the recent violence against Asians may solidify their support of the Democrats. Here we go. They're using them. They're trying to get them as their new voter base. They're trying to codify them. They're trying to codify Hispanics. And the only way to codify racial groups is to get them on board against us. That's how you codify different groups. You get them to go against foundational Black Americans. So they're throwing Asians the bone here. Like, hey, you get down with team white supremacy against the Negras. We done put one of your own in office. Kamala is one of you. Yeah, we pretended she was like one of those Negras. I told y'all the minute Kamala Harris got in office, all that sister girl, cornbread, chicken and waffles, Cardi B, Negro, mammy talk, that's going to go out the window. She's Asian now. She's Asian. So they're letting the Asian community know, we're going to afford you some special privileges and immunity as long as you're dealing with the blacks. As long as you are a great, obedient buffer class. We need you as a buffer class to kind of fight the Negroes for us. You know, we keep you battling the Negroes. That'll keep the focus off us white supremacists. You understand? And family, I told people, I just repeatedly told people, with the Republicans in office, we just have to deal with white supremacists. That's why people were like, well, how come you telling people not to vote? I said, we need to hold our vote. The Republicans ain't that damn bad. We can deal with these white supremacists very easily. That's not a problem. The problem we have now, and I told people over and over and over and over again, if the Democrats get in office, we're going to have to deal with all the buffer groups as well as the white supremacists. We're going to have to deal with the anti-black white supremacists, the anti-black white LGBT, the anti-black Asians, the anti-black Hispanics, and here we are, man. Here we are like damn clockwork. Where are you Biden supporters now? Where are you Negroes who sat y'all asses up here voting for butter biscuits and catfish nuggets and black-eyed peas? Where are you niggas? You notice you can't find none of the Biden sexuals. You can't find none of them. These people have slithered somewhere to Wakanda. We don't know where they are, man. We don't know where they are. So y'all put the Democrats back in office, back in power, and they're taking vengeance against black people. You are their voter base. They have not only neglected black people and told you to kiss their white asses, they're elevating hostile groups over you, and then they're promoting propaganda against black people. Remember, it is the Democrats promoting all of this anti-black propaganda with some of these crisis actors and staged events. The Democrats are orchestrating this with the white media. Black folks, we gotta have more discipline and stop being afraid to not go along to get along. See, the Democrats, the white Democrats know they're niggers. They know if they come down to the hood or go down to a couple of black churches and get around some of those old Negroes and start hugging and kissing and singing Negro spirituals, that little old plantation gene is going to start tingling in the back of Negroes' heads. Oh, Lord, Mammy here to see me. Missy is here to see me. Good Lord. Thank you so much to come on down here to the church and gives me a hug. Y'all get that old mammy plantation thing going on. But they're trying to get the Asians and the Hispanics to get codified so they can have a new voter base. They know we're done. They know it's a wrap with us. I believe, again, that the Democrats finessed this election. I believe they finessed this election. This is why down there in Georgia, they're doing things to stop a lot of voter fraud, and a lot of the Democrats were kind of acting funny style about it, and they had that activist lady out there getting arrested with her little City Trends outfit. I told y'all that woman was going to be pivoting real soon, and sure enough, a couple of days ago, they had an article about her. Queer activists fought for the right to vote. They're already pivoted to the whole queer LGBT stuff. So, family, the Democrats, man, they're playing the same plays over and over again. We got to be on top of the game. We got to be on top of the game out here. So they know, the Democrats know that they finessed this thing, and they know they can't do it again. They're not going to be able to do it again and then blame us for getting them over the hump, because they finessed this thing. A lot of black people voted, but not them damn many, the way they made it seem. So they're not going to be able to pull out the black-eyed peas and catfish nuggets next time. They already know. We haven't gotten off our square about our tangibles. They know that we're going to be going even harder. So now they're getting these buffer classes. They're taking all the focus off us. Every little incident that happens to an Asian person, they blow it up. There's not an uptick of anti-Asian crimes, except the ones that's orchestrated by the NYPD. But they're just over-reporting everything. There was a story that came out the other day. I think somebody threw some water or something on an Asian person, and that's a hate crime. I mean, if you do anything to an Asian person, that's a hate crime. But the narrative is, well, it's black people and the black community. And the black community need to do something and speak out about it. Let's be very clear. Every black organization has spoke out against any crimes against Asian people. You got athletes and all types of black celebrities wearing Stop Asian Hate shirts. Man, black people are just going on and on condemning it. In fact, there are no black people or black organizations who has condoned any of it. There are no black people or black organizations who condone any of the perpetrators or suspects. Nobody black is condoning any of this. We can't say that about them. Remember, they condoned Peter Liang blowing a black man's brains out. They condoned that. They supported Peter Liang for killing a black man, committing a crime. They are supporting Daniel Holtzclaw, some Asian organizations led by Michelle Mark and the Filipino Mammy. They're supporting this Asian man for raping a bunch of black women. And now Hollywood, they're shaking down their celebrities. They had Meg Thee Stallion, they had her donate $50,000. That's the record label. That's the liberal white people who run the label and manage her. See, they're going to start shaking down the black artists now. They're going to start shaking down the black artists and making them donate. Yeah, that was her people making her do that. I'd be damned if we need to do some shit like that. But there is no reason they're giving to why black people are supposed to be attacking Asians all of a sudden. Number one, it's not practical for any black people to attack no Asians. We know that. I want black folks to get out of this apology mode. Like, we always got to apologize for some stuff we ain't got nothing to do with. We have nothing to do with any attacks on Asians from some of these random black folks who many of us believe that some of these people are working with law enforcement. Also, a lot of these folks, when you look at some of the articles, damn near most of the people involved in these attacks are immigrants. They're not even foundational black Americans. We have nothing to do with a foreign criminal class that comes here. We have nothing to do with that. Also, there's no practical reason to harm an Asian person because, number one, even on a street level, you don't get no points for harming an Asian person. You don't get no brownie points on the streets. You don't get bragging rights to say, hey, man, I just beat up an old elderly couple, man. I'm gangster. On the streets, you get looked down upon. So let's keep it real. Who's doing these attacks? Who's orchestrating these attacks? See, this is what nobody is talking about. Who's orchestrating the attacks? If there is a pattern, Somebody has to be orchestrating the pattern. What black group is orchestrating it? There are no black groups sitting around even discussing Asians. Let's be clear. A lot of stuff is projection. When you go to Asian websites and Asian message boards and social media outlets where Asians frequent all the 4chan websites, which was started by some white boys and Asians, they sit online just whining about black people all day. Asians and white boys sit online all day just whining and throwing racial epithets about black people all day. That's literally all they do on social media. Black folks ain't shit, fuck them, fuck the niggas. I mean, that's all they do on these 4chan sites. They sit around complaining about black people all day. That's all they do. On these gamer sites, they sit around, they're playing Call of Duty or whatever, and then all of a sudden, fuck the niggas. What do we got to do with any of this stuff? Because this is a part of the anti-black hatred that comes from their culture. They come from cultures of anti-black hatred. These are facts. There is no culture of anti-Asian hatred because we wouldn't be their economic base if we had a culture of anti-Asian hatred. Yes, Asian Dawn, that's a very anti-black social media. Look at some of these so-called Asian advocacy Facebook pages and Instagram pages. They are anti-black as hell. And they're projecting a lot of their anti-black racism onto us. And I know some of them are listening right now, and I want y'all to listen because let's be very clear. Some of you anti-black Asians, we get no brownie points for doing anything to you because you are not a threat to black people. You are not a threat to us in any sense of the word. Nobody's organizing in the black community attacks against you. We don't get no points for that. You need to be mad at the white supremacists who's most likely orchestrating this stuff. They have something to benefit from it. We don't. Black people, we do things to a certain degree. If we're going to organize it, it's going to be practical so that it'll work for us even a little bit. Attacking a random Asian person, there's zero benefits to that. Zero. No money, nothing. Even robbing you. You don't have money like that. If somebody's going to hit a lick, they're going to hit a lick. They're not going to rob the little lady who's doing nails. That's not a good lick. Let's just keep it a buck. We're just talking on street terms. Black people do not sit around discussing Asians and talking trash about Asians. We really don't. Because a lot of them are sitting around kind of pounding themselves on the chest talking about where the Negroes are attacking us because they jealous because we're the model minority. Get off that. That's some ego bullshit that the white supremacists tell you to kind of flip your mind to make you think that you're part of their team. Let me explain something to you, some of the Asian listeners. You're not a part of team white supremacy. They use you as a tool. You're only a useful tool as long as they can use you as a tool to badger us. They don't give a shit about you. They don't. And they sit up and pump your head up with all that model minority talk, and they got you thinking, well, black folks are low-key hating on you. If we were hating on you, we wouldn't support your businesses. We're your economic base. We're your economic base. We're the ones who support you. We're the ones who help you get over here because we saw how sad it was in your homeland and how bad you were doing over there, and we still understand that. Because as foundational black Americans, we're the ones who had to stand up against some of the most horrific atrocities in recorded history. We survived centuries of the slave trade, which is the most horrific thing, where people were dying, being killed, being damn near genocided, sold, raped. They enslaved infants and sold infants. So we had to deal with that. We survived that. So we can survive anything. So we can deal with these white supremacists. That's why we stand 10 toes down. We don't back up. We don't flee. Let's be real clear. When they were about to wipe out the Filipinos, it was black soldiers or black soldier David Fagan who went over there and said, nah, I'm going to teach the Filipinos guerrilla warfare. I'm not going to be a part of this with the U.S. Army. We've always stood up. And to get the kind of disrespect shows a lack of integrity from some of these anti-black Asian people and groups. I think it's always cowardly when people don't talk about the folks who's really doing damage to them. You won't talk about the people who has put trade sanctions on your countries and decimated the economy. You won't talk about the people who dropped bombs on your countries. You won't talk about the people who have pedophile rings going on in your countries. You don't talk about the people who put napalm and Agent Orange on your babies out there. You won't talk about the people who over here put you in internment camps. You ain't got no smoke for them, but you got all the smoke for black people who we've been the ones helping you out more than any other group. We the ones who help you out. And the thing is, we got to get off this thing as black people helping people out without it being reciprocated, because when we don't require them to reciprocate, they get real bold and then try to look at you like you're obligated to help them out. Out there in New York, as we know, case after case after case, I've been pointing this out. These random attacks by quote unquote black people, most of them are Caribbean immigrants over there in New York, by the way. It's almost the same MO. It's a random attack on an Asian. The perpetrators are mentally ill or homeless or both. The perpetrators are wearing the same type of identifiers on their clothes. They're wearing certain colors that has a pattern. They're wearing something kind of pinkish or reddish so that they can be identified by other officers. This is what it looks like. It's not a coincidence that all of these attacks are being done by people wearing the same color coordination. The latest one that got a lot of publicity, it was a guy, I forgot what his name, Brendan something, some quote unquote black dude who had on a pink satin looking jacket and a red scarf hanging down. And by the way, there's been other cases where the perpetrators did some kind of crime against an Asian person and they got on a pinkish reddish hoodie and a red bandana, all this stuff. And there was one case the other day in New York where, and word for word, this is what they said. Some black dude popped up on an Asian couple. The black dude, and they didn't show his picture. They had very few details about this story, but this just happened in New York. This was another one. They said that the black man jumped out at an Asian man and his girlfriend, and the black man was like, "Hey, I'll cut you. I'm a blood." Google that, guys. And I'm telling you, that's another thing. All of these situations in New York where these black people are using all of this 1970s Dolomite blaxploitation dialogue, I don't believe this. I do not believe that black people are going around in New York using this 70s dialogue, saying some of the most odd things about Asian people. That one dude in the subway who had on the Dolomite hat from last week, remember they said that he ran up on an Asian man and said, "Hey, you Asian motherfucker," and then hit him. I don't believe all of this jive turkey, "I's gonna cut you, sucker, can you dig it? You Asian jive motherfucker." I don't believe that. I don't believe that. That don't sound believable. That sounds like something that a white person would say that a black person would say. That just doesn't sound like something that black people say, just the dialogue. "Hey, you Asian sucker. Look here. You walking tough all through the night, but if you get up on me, I'm gonna blow you up like dynamite." I don't believe that black people are running up talking all of this jive turkey talk. I'm sorry. And why would a bunch of homeless people walk up to Asian people saying all of this stuff? They always, it's not just them punching some Asian person or kicking him. It's always something they say something anti-Asian. Go back to the Philippines. Yeah. Take your ass back to China, sucker. Ugh. That don't sound believable. It sounds fishy. This is literally what they're telling us. They're telling us that random homeless, crazy black people are running up on Asian folks, yelling out all types of anti-Asian 70s dialogue. What's up, China man? You want a piece of this, you jive motherfucker? I don't believe it. Again, it is my belief, until I get the proof of it or otherwise, but it's based on the patterns. And I've said this repeatedly. I believe NYPD, the corrupt ass NYPD, they're getting these people and sending them out there committing crimes. Because if you look at these people, many of them already have jail records. It's like they got murder raps. I mean, these people got long rap sheets, and you're looking like, okay, why is this person even out? They get these people knowing that they're mentally ill. It appears that they let them out knowing that these people are very dangerous, and they give them some kind of incentive on the sneak. Like, hey, if you get out here and do this, when you go back to jail, we'll get you certain privileges and benefits. We'll hook you up with a little something. You understand? And let's be very clear. You got to stop putting it past law enforcement to be out here orchestrating crimes. As you remember, during the George Floyd protest, especially up there in Minnesota, you had people outing white cops vandalizing and burning down and breaking windows. Remember Umbrella Man? They had this white cop out there, and Umbrella Man was outed as a cop, and they still deny it, by the way. Remember Umbrella Man up there in Minnesota? He was walking around with an umbrella to be identified. The other cops must have said, okay, one of our guys is going to be holding an umbrella. So he was running around busting out windows with a hammer. And some people, some real activists was like, hey, something is up with this guy. Why? This dude is weird. So they kind of ran up on him, then he boned out. And then they started putting his images online, and I think his own wife outed him. His own ex-wife. It was his ex-wife, I think. She was like, hey, that's my ex-husband. He's a damn cop. And they tried to deny it. And then law enforcement, they did another lie. Later on, they said, Umbrella Man, they found out that he was part of a white supremacist group, and then you never heard anything else about it. They never revealed his name. They never revealed if they arrested him. That's because his ass is a cop. That's because he's a cop. And remember, when a lot of protesters were showing up to these protests, they would have these social media activists saying, hey, let's show up at this place at 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. And then when they show up, there'd be a pallet of bricks just laying there. Who y'all think put those bricks there? See, the cops, they were all orchestrating a lot of the destruction so that they can get funding. A lot of that was to help them get funding. They wanted as much destruction as possible so they can get funding. What they wanted, let's keep them tearing up buildings, see? The name of the game was to keep the activists and the protesters in one spot tearing up buildings because they don't want no Micah Johnsons running around. So I want y'all to understand how they think and how they get down. They don't want no Micah Johnsons running around, so they want to make sure there's plenty of bricks. So if you're frustrated, we got a way for you to get that frustration out. We got a whole fresh pallet of bricks magically laying here, so just get busy on these buildings. They ain't tripping on no bricks. What they're tripping on is a Gavin Long or a Micah Johnson running around. You dig? That's why y'all kept seeing all them damn bricks magically popping up all over the place. The cops were orchestrating that along with the city. So this guy in New York, there was this guy with the pink jacket on and the red bandana. And another thing, the guy that I just told you about who said that he was a blood and all that, it's safe to assume because he said he was a blood, he must have been wearing red. And let me say something, my Pyrus, all the Pyru players out here, y'all better be careful, because looking at the pattern, they might try to blame the Bloods on some of these attacks. They might try to, because they want to centralize a group of black people, but they know that it's not a central thing. They know that black people are not responsible, but they need a group of black people to put it on. See, they need a group of black people to pin this on. So it looks like they might be trying to orchestrate this thing to pin it on the Bloods, to say it's the Bloods who's organizing this stuff. So Pyrus better be very careful out here. You understand? You got to be very careful out here. See, we got to stay 2 and 10 steps ahead of these people. No, we're not giving them ideas. They already know. We already see what they're doing. It's already going in that direction. But like I said, the guy, Brendan something, I forgot his last name, but this big Negro who's mentally ill, who was walking down the street in New York, and he just ran up, allegedly said, according to the reports, he said, "You don't belong here." And as we saw on video, he's kicking and stomping on this Asian woman with a pink disco jacket on that's very easily identifiable. Then he strolls back down the street. That looks so orchestrated. It looks like somebody sent him to do a crime. Because remember, the NYPD, they're looking to get like they can probably get $1 billion bag out of this thing. Do you think they will not orchestrate crimes to get $1 billion? Do you think these corrupt ass law enforcement agencies will not orchestrate a bunch of crimes in order to get $1 billion in budgetary funds? Y'all remember it was an episode of the show The Wire, and I think at one of those seasons, the cops were killing homeless people so they can get bonus and budget money. You know, life imitates art, art imitates life. You dig? Yeah, the woman, like, I noticed that too. People were like, that woman don't really look 65. That looked real strange too. But, so this dude is out here allegedly saying all of these crazy things, and on video just kicking this woman and stomping her out. And there was footage from a building, and there was some doormen and some staff workers in a building like, what the hell is going on? And the security guard, not the security guard, but the doorman, not knowing what's going on, he closed the door so that whatever threat was outside would not come in. Now, let's be clear. Based on the reports, this guy who jumped on the Asian woman who's supposed to be 65, this dude was in jail for 17 years for killing his own mother, according to reports. They said he stabbed his own mother and killed her. Why this dude would be out of jail at any point is beyond me. But they said that this dude killed his own mother. So what's interesting, guys, not only did the media demonize the dude doing the attacking, which is understandable, and I say attacking quote unquote because, again, many of us believe that law enforcement is sending these folks out here doing this stuff. But what was interesting is the white media and white politicians started criticizing the black bystanders, talking about they should have done something about it. I'm seeing a lot of criticism demonizing the black bystanders who got suspended from their job, from what I understand, because they didn't intervene. And the white media was running with this narrative. These doormen and these security guards did not intervene when this 65-year-old Asian woman was being attacked. They just stood by. They didn't intervene. And I'm like, wait a damn minute. Wait a minute. First of all, it's not their job to intervene. Number one, they suspended them from their job. because they so-called didn't intervene. It's not their job to intervene. And people were saying that it was a security guard. The dude is not a security guard. One of the dudes was a doorman, and there was another food staffing guy. So random black people who just happen to be standing around are now being blamed for not intervening in this random crime that nobody knew what was going on. Nobody, if this dude is out here so-called acting a fool, you don't know if this dude is armed. You don't know what's going on. And de Blasio, all of these people are jumping in on this demonizing of these black workers who had zero to do with what happened in this so-called attack. And I say so-called because, again, many of us believe that law enforcement might be complicit in this. But let me play de Blasio where he was talking about this. Listen to de Blasio.
These horrible, disgusting attacks on Asian American New Yorkers. And it's got to end, and we're going to use every tool we have. And we need everyone to be a part of this. Because yesterday, I don't know if you've seen the video, but absolutely disgusting and outrageous video of an Asian woman being attacked, pushed to the ground, kicked viciously by someone full of hate. That was bad enough. But then to see a security guard standing nearby and not intervening, absolutely unacceptable.
Man, please. Man, please. No. See, they're doing this because the people who were standing around just happen to be black. What you mean is unacceptable? De Blasio is full of shit, man. Family, let me tell you something, guys. When you work you work at any kind of building or whatever, you're told, even by law enforcement, they tell you if you see a crime or whatever, don't get involved. You're not supposed to get involved in no damn crime. Black people are not everybody's damn savior. They expect us to be the sacrificial slaves for everybody. Dude, if you work, even if this guy was security, and these guys were not working security, they were just doormen. Let's say they did work security. They tell you if you're a security guard and you see a crime, don't get involved. Your job is to observe and report. It is not their job to get involved in any crimes. These dudes are not law enforcement. Family, even if you work in retail, they tell you, people who's listening, if you worked in retail before, they tell you if somebody's shoplifting, you don't go after them. Don't go after them. Just charge that to the game. Don't be chasing them out the store, because something can happen. If you chase somebody out the store and that person who stole gets hurt and you're after them, you can get sued and the store can get sued. We're all liable. So you're not supposed to be involved. But what's interesting, all of these Asian message boards, all these anti-black Asian message boards are sitting around talking about how black folks ain't shit because black folks didn't get involved to stop it. Well, if that's the case, we're twins then, because when black women are being beat up by these Asian males at these nail salons and at these beauty supply stores, all these dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens of videos where Asian men are beating the brakes off black women, nobody's intervening. Nobody's stopping it. Nobody's yelling at the Asian men to stop. Not from their community. Nobody's doing anything to stop that. They sit up here and just case after case after case, sit up here and watch black women get beat up by Asian men all the time. And these men don't even get prosecuted. I haven't even seen a case where these dudes who beat up black women, these Asian men, I haven't seen cases where they even been prosecuted or charged. They be beating up black women and then doing interviews on TV. Yeah, I beat her. She said she didn't like her nails. Like, damn, they interviewing you and you just beat the sister and they on your side? And I'm supposed to jump in? No, black folks, don't let nobody shame you. I ain't jumping in a situation I ain't got nothing to do with for people who wouldn't jump in a situation for me. No. Not only that, As a black person, especially in New York, I'm not getting into a situation like that. Caping for somebody and I try to intervene and the cops show up and look at me as a suspect and start busting on me. No, thank you. No. So you can thank the police for black folks not getting involved because we don't want to be looked at as a suspect. We go out here and try to put the cape on and try to help, and then the cops show up blasting every Negro they see. No, I'm going to be somewhere nice and safe, eating a turkey burger, watching from across the street, and I offer you prayer. I offer you the same thing you offer me. Prayer and good wishes. No, y'all made the environment too hostile for us to get involved in stuff that ain't got nothing to do with us. You made the environment too hostile. Family, do y'all remember a few months ago out there in Texas, it was this brother who was a coon. This brother was all on social media talking about, man, ain't no white supremacy. Man, I ain't never had a negative interaction with police. I don't know what people talking about. He was cooning it up. This black dude down in Texas, I mean, just shucking and jiving all on social media. What about black on black crime? White people's ain't bad. Where the white women at? All hugged up and booed up with white women. So this brother was out somewhere and somebody got into a fight. He tried to intervene and break the fight up. The white cop came. He tried to shake the cop's hand and the cops blew his ass away. The cops killed him. What was that? Jonathan, what's his name? Was it Jonathan Price? That's his name? Jonathan Price, yes. This dude cooned to the end, guys. This dude was cooning to the very end of his damn life. That's the most tragic thing ever. That's the most tragic thing ever. Trying to intervene in a situation and got killed by the damn race soldiers trying to be on their damn team. No, you better understand white supremacy and you stay your ass away from shit you ain't got nothing to do with as a black person. The hostile environment is just too much for us. You don't owe nobody nothing. They don't do nothing for us. They don't intervene when these Asian men be beating up sisters, socking them all in the face. And when black men have to step in, because remember, whenever these Asian dudes always attack sisters. They don't run up on brothers with that bullshit. They always go after the soft target, women and kids. And then when brothers push up to defend the sisters, then the cops come after brothers, like what happened out here in Compton, LA. Out here in Compton, an Asian man roughed up a sister. The brothers from the neighborhood came on through and had to holler at that owner. And then the LAPD sheriffs came trying to gaffle up the brothers, and the brothers started going after the police. You dig? Don't let nobody talk about intervening, because a lot of times when we intervene, we get criminalized. Those brothers who work security, they did the right thing by not getting involved, because we don't have anything to do with these crimes. And if we feel like, okay, the danger ain't that bad, then yeah, we maybe can get in where we fit in if we see fit, if we choose to. We're not obligated, and nobody better sit up and talk about no moral obligation. Because I've seen a couple of Negroes sit up there, man, we got to do better. We should have did something, man. We as black peoples, man, we should have went on in there and did something. Man, right is right now, Tariq. I don't know what you're saying. Right is right. I mean, they might not have a legal obligation, but morally, they need to go. Nigga, will y'all shut up? I'm tired of Sambo babble. These folks wouldn't bust a grape for our ass. Not only that, these people support other Asian people who blow our brains out. You should never forget that Peter Liang thing. People, y'all should bring that up every chance you get. Never let them forget that. That Peter Liang thing that they pulled was a dirty ass maneuver. That was some dirty shit they did. And stop being afraid to call it dirty ass bullshit they did. They sat up here and supported that man because he killed an innocent black man, and they sat here and supported that. That's some dirty ass shit, and you always remind them of that. And now we're supposed to sit up here and shuck and jive. Y'all leave them alone now. We all need to get together and just talk about why this crime is happening to them. We ain't got nothing to do with that. We ain't got a goddamn thing to do with that. Stop being pussified, black folks, and stand up for your damn self. And let's be clear. I want y'all to understand. Black people, those guys are not only were they not obligated to help anybody in the middle of a crime. Do y'all know that police aren't even obligated to help people in the middle of a crime? I want y'all to understand something. Police officers are not legally obligated to save you from a crime. Let me say that again. The police, they are not legally obligated to save you from a crime. A lot of folks don't even realize that. They're not obligated to save you. Family, there's been cases out here where people tried to sue law enforcement. Let me give y'all some case studies here. Because law enforcement failed to protect people. There was a case called Castle Rock versus Gonzalez, where a woman put a restraining order on her husband, and he took the kids, and she went to the police because he didn't bring the kids back in time, and the police would not enforce the restraining order. She was like, hey, my ex-husband is dangerous, guys. You see, I have a restraining order. I need you to go get him because he's dangerous and he got my kids. The police didn't do shit. The husband ended up killing all 3 of their kids. So the wife, the ex-wife, she went to sue like, hey man, I got a restraining order. I went to the police. I knew my kids were in danger, and the police didn't do anything. They didn't enforce the restraining order. And they told her, hey, legally, we're not obligated. We're not obligated to save your kids. We're not obligated to stop a crime. You understand? Castle Rock versus Gonzalez. There was another case, Warren versus DC, where in Washington, DC, a couple of women, I think they were roommates, they got raped by some dudes. Some white dudes came in and raped them. Then they kind of snuck away and called the police, and the police was jiving around and on some Keystone Cop stuff and coming and leaving and not coming to the door. The cops were just bumbling around, and then the women ended up getting kidnapped and raped some more. So the women tried to sue the police like, damn, y'all, we kept calling you to come get these damn rapists. We had to sneak around calling you guys, and y'all just kept bumbling around. They were like, well, legally, we ain't obligated to stop somebody from raping you. You understand? Y'all look these cases up. There was another case, speaking of New York, in New York, there was a case called Lozito versus New York, where there was a white serial killer running around New York. This was around 2011, I think. Some of y'all might remember. It was a white boy named Maxim Gelman who was going around stabbing people. He was going around killing people, stabbing them. So he jumped on the subway, stabbing folks, and he started stabbing this one dude, Joseph Lozito. And the cops were there, but the cops got shook, and the cops ran and hid in the conductor's train while this man, Lozito, was out here fighting this damn white serial killer. The cops went and hid because they thought the serial killer had a gun, so they got to go hide somewhere. So Lozito he got stabbed all in the head, hand, neck, and he eventually subdued the killer, and then the killer got arrested. And then he went to sue. He was like, hey man, I'm up here fighting a serial killer. I got stabbed all up in the neck and the arms, and the police was right there hiding. I mean, damn, can I get a check? I need to get paid. They sat here and let me get stabbed up, and they didn't save me from a crime. And they told him, hey, we're not legally obligated to stop somebody from stabbing you. We are not legally obligated to stop a crime. Look these cases up. There's a bunch of cases. They are not legally obligated. So don't let them tell you about some black dudes not doing nothing. Man, you got the police who sat there and they sit up here and let folks get killed, stabbed up, and don't lift a damn finger. The police don't stop crimes. The police rarely stop crimes. Their job is to basically report and observe and really contain the black community. That's really the job of law enforcement, is to keep the black community contained. You understand? Y'all remember that Parkland shooting? Y'all remember that? That Parkland shooting, that was another case where that security guard, a lot of these white supremacist cops are cowards. Their only claim to fame is sneaking up on black people, ambushing them. When people start talking about the brave boys in blue, brave where? Where are they brave? The only thing they do is sneak up on unarmed black people and ambush them. There's nothing brave about what these dudes do, because when some real danger is there, they pussy the hell up. The Parkland shooting out there in Florida. Remember, that school cop, he was hiding like a bitch. While those kids were getting shot up, the white man school cop was somewhere hiding like a bitch, eating a honey bun on his walkie-talkie crying. He didn't do shit. And they tried to sue him and the police. And what did they tell him? We're not obligated to save your kids from getting shot now. Let's keep it a buck. We ain't obligated to save your babies. There's nothing brave about them, dude. You understand? Don't let anybody try to shame black civilians for not getting involved in some shit that ain't got nothing to do with them. Now y'all want to talk about who needs to intervene? Give me a break. We got the biggest court case in the country right now where nobody intervened to help George Floyd. Don't talk to us about who needs to damn intervene when somebody's in danger. When the Asian cop sat his ass up there staring at the crowd, not helping George Floyd, and we're supposed to intervene, go all the way to hell. You can go to hell. Y'all got a lot of nerve talking that talk. You understand? But see, the thing is, you got a lot of these anti-black Asians out here who they're trying to get brownie points from the white supremacists, so they sit up and do the same troll tactics, and this is what black people have to do. And I've been doing this for the last couple of days, and I learned this from Neely Fuller. See, the white supremacists and their minions, they sit up and just talk about black people nonstop. They've made that into a religion. And then what happens is black people, we sit up just kind of going along, going back and forth with them. See, we got to start making them get down to the nitty gritty. What black folks need to do, and I've been doing this, see, this shuts down a lot of their BS. When they start talking about how black people are this and black people are doing all these crimes, it's the black community, and black people keep trying to splain and show support. Be like, oh, it's not us. All of us are not like that. We don't know. Stop it. Just stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Just please stop it. Because it's futile. It doesn't mean anything. It's not going to stop them with their anti-black hatred. Just stop doing that. Please stop doing that. Stop doing that. What you need to do is make them get down to the nitty-gritty. You need to say to them and white people, because that's who's backing them up. Their strength comes from their backing of white people. And I've been saying this to whites and Asians all week. And this shuts down their arguments. When they keep talking about how blacks are the problem, and ABC News said that black people and the black community are harming Asians, okay, bam, there it is. So, since black people and it's the black community that's harming you, and we're responsible for all these nut jobs, even though we're not condoning it, even though we're not supporting anybody, we're not condoning any of this stuff. We've condemned almost every case, but y'all said it's the black community. Okay, let's roll with it. Okay, it is the black community. According to you, I think it's the police, but you said no, it's not the police. It's just the black community. Okay, what should you and white society do about the black problem? I want everybody to continue to ask that question to every person who promotes the blacks against Asian narrative at this point. What should be done to black people? See, Neely Fuller taught us about this. See, all these other anti-black groups, they love talking in circles about the black problem as long as they don't get to the solutions. Because part of the code is you're not supposed to talk about a solution. Because see, they start getting in trouble when they start talking solutions. That's where you want them to go. That's where you want them to go. We want them to get to the solutions. And also, we got to stop being afraid of what the solutions are, because they're going to do that anyway. They're going to do that anyway. Whatever solution they got planned, which we already know they're going to have all types of crime bills and all this stuff going. But the name of the game is to get them to admit that up front. Get them to admit all the stuff they're going to do up front. When you start asking them what the solution is going to be, they start shucking and jiving and trolling. Say, no, ma'am, no, ma'am, no, sir. Don't start trolling, because you said this was a serious incident. This was a serious phenomenon. I asked you a serious question, and now you're trolling. I don't want you to troll. And this is serious, right? If I'm the problem and my community is the problem, what should be done to black people as the solution? And black people, don't you help them with the answer. That's how I got Jared Taylor up out the paint. And these white supremacists are mad to this day at me getting Jared Taylor out the paint. I got Jared Taylor out of here. Because I asked Jared Taylor that question that nobody ever bothered to ask Jared Taylor that. I asked, when I was going back and forth with Jared Taylor, I asked him a simple question. Jared, what should be done to black people? Since you said our IQs are low and we're dumb and we this and that. Jared, tell me the solution. What would you suggest be done with the black problem? Well, we can start sending blacks to southern states. And he started talking all this old neo-Nazi sending black folks to certain areas and all this. And boy, you can feel whatever halfway legit support he had backing the hell up. All the legit people backed away from his ass. You ain't heard from Jared Taylor ever since me and him got busy. You haven't heard shit. He got deplatformed, everything. You haven't heard nothing from Jared Taylor. Nothing. You feel me? See, you got to get them to get down to the nitty gritty. You got to start getting them to say what the solutions are, because the name of the game is just to keep talking about how black folks ain't shit. That's a religion. They can go on, and because that's what they do every day anyway. That's all they do all day. Sit up talking about how black folks ain't shit, because it's really a projection, because they know what their background is. A lot of these folks come from these janky backgrounds, so they project a lot of their insecurities onto us to make themselves feel better. We're not sitting around talking about them. You're going to have to make them cough up the goods. I'm not going to go back and forth with you about crime stats and all, because y'all love doing that. Well, according to the FBI, black people be committing the most crimes. Black people commit the most crimes against Asians. Oh, the FBI stats? You mean the FBI who overcount black crimes and undercount crimes from Asians and whites? You mean the same FBI that was really built to contain black people with J. Edgar Hoover, the same FBI who literally orchestrated the murders of people? The FBI orchestrated the murder of Fred Hampton, Dr. Martin Luther King. That FBI, quoting FBI stats when it comes to black people, that's like saying, well, according to the Ku Klux Klan, black people be committing the most crimes. That's literally what you're doing. Whenever somebody quotes an FBI crime stat, that's the equivalent of saying, according to the Ku Klux Klan. The FBI was headed for years by J. Edgar Hoover, an anti-black racist whose job was to demonize and attack and stop black people from rising up and being successful. That was literally his main objective. This is the same J. Edgar Hoover who would not even acknowledge the existence of white organized crime, the mafia. He wouldn't even acknowledge their existence. That FBI who undercounts white crime but overcounts black crime, stop it. See, don't fall for those games, okay? Don't fall for that garbage, black folks. Don't fall for that. Because let's be real, when people start talking about, well, blacks commit more crimes than Asians, where? Where do black people commit more crimes than Asians? See, get down to the nitty gritty. See, we let people just tell the same lies over and over and over again. They tell these same lies and nobody ever calls it out. See, we got to start calling these lies out to a certain degree just for your own knowledge. But then you start making them talk about solutions. See, black folks start buying into the lies and you start believing what these people are telling you. Fam, I want black folks to know black people do not commit more crimes than Asians. If black people commit more crimes than Asians, in what area of criminality do black people commit these crimes? See, the thing is, black people's crime stats are high because black people are criminalized more. Everything we do is criminalized, meaning if we walk down the street, we can get criminalized for loitering. We get criminalized for everything because blackness is a crime and white supremacy is the law of the land. But other groups, white supremacists and their buffer groups, their crimes are given a pass. But I want to know, see, we got to start breaking stuff down. See, you better know how to break things down. When they talk about crime, okay, what crime are you talking about? What crime do black people commit more than Asians? We're the gang. Stop it. Y'all got some of the most extensive international gangs in the world. The Yakuzas, the Triads, the Tongs, the Big Boy Gang. Y'all got all types of Asian mafia gangs that's international. Try again. The Bloods and Crips they pale in comparison to those triad gangs that y'all have in Asian culture. They pale in comparison. So try again. What else? What else you got? Well, gun crime. Oh, gun crime? Like those Yakuzas and Triads don't be killing people left and right internationally. And speaking of guns, where do you think we get the guns from? We get the guns from you. Y'all bring the guns in on them ships coming in from China into the ports of Long Beach and Compton and San Pedro. That's where the guns are coming in from. Yeah, the Big Circle Gang, all those gangs. That's where the guns are coming from. The guns come from Russia, through China, through the shipping ports in LA and San Francisco. Come on, where the guns coming from? The illegal guns. Let's try again. Well, y'all blacks lead in prostitution. Stop it. Name me the black-owned illegal massage parlors where they be in there doing some strange for change. Name the black-owned ones. You can't find one. I can show you an Asian-owned hoe house on every other corner. In every city, major city in America, there's an Asian hoe house / massage parlor where they be in there doing some strange for change. Let's not even go there. So y'all got us in the prostitution game. You got us in the dope game. You got us in the gang game. What else you got? Drugs. Stop it. Y'all have international drug dealers. Y'all got some of the biggest drug dealers in the world that the media doesn't even talk about. They be talking about El Chapo and Pablo Escobar. And I've been telling people about Si-Chi Lop, who was an Asian drug dealer who was one of the biggest in the world. And they just got him in Holland not too long ago. This man was worth $17 billion. All the fentanyl that they were talking about George Floyd, he was on the fentanyl. The fentanyl comes from Asia. You guys are the plug. It's very interesting that y'all the ones selling the stuff in the community. You're the plug. I done got a brick from you and you telling me I need to do better after I done bought the brick from you. You see, this is why we have to understand history and sociology. You dig? And speaking of counterfeiting, where y'all think them counterfeit dollars come from? You think they just be counterfeiting Gucci bags and Louis bags and Fendi bags? That's not all they counterfeit. All those counterfeit bills be coming from over there in Asia. That George Floyd got killed over, by the way. We talk about a $20 bill that George Floyd got killed over. Where did that damn 20 come from? I can damn near guarantee it came from some Asian country somewhere. That's the plug on the counterfeit money. People got a lot of nerve. Y'all got to start checking this stuff. We better start checking this stuff. But see, what happens is people start lying to themselves online and they get real bold. See, we got to remind them of this stuff. Yeah, the 4Cs gang, all this stuff. They start lying to themselves about being a model minority and all that stuff. No, you're not a model minority. They're just elevating you over us to use you to badger us. We're not tripping on you. You're not a threat to us. And you're doing well because we help you do well. We're your economic base. You're doing well because we elevate you and help you. When you come over here, white society is not immediately embracing you. Y'all come down to our areas, you start benefiting from the black programs that we done fought for that are called minority programs that were meant for us. Y'all be going to our HBCUs, and all of these immigrant groups benefit from the stuff we fought for. We help elevate these groups from abject poverty. They come over from these slums all over the world because they couldn't get it popping in their homeland. And then once we elevate them, they kick the ladder down that we've helped prop up for them and say, well, damn, I did it. How come you can't do it? Well, nigga, I just did it for you. And what I really don't like is when we have African and Caribbean immigrants who try to jump on that wave. Y'all need to be ashamed. Y'all really need to be ashamed when y'all try to pull that model minority jive. Y'all start trying to talk like the damn anti-black Asians. Well, nigga, I put myself up by bootstraps. I was poor in my home. I came over with $2, and now look at me now. I'm doing better than a kata. I do better. Me and the Asians, because I see a lot of y'all Sambos from overseas who come over here caping for the damn Asians. When I see a lot of Negroes caping for the Asians, it's a lot of y'all niggas. Yes, I'm calling you out. I hope y'all listening too. We got a lot of folks in here. Hit that thumbs up button. Come on. When I see Negroes up here, black people need to leave the Asians alone. I see y'all Negroes. I smell Jollof. I'm smelling Jollof and oxtails. Come on. I know y'all in here. Come on, niggas. I know. I see y'all. Y'all the main ones caping. Well, leave the Asians alone. Your niggas are mad. The Asians come over, they work hard, and you niggas are mad. See, we immigrants, we come over and we only here for a month, and now look at it, we are successful. Nigga, stop it. Motherfucker, you work at Postmates, nigga. Stop patting yourself on the back and deliver my goddamn Chipotle. Calm down. You ain't doing shit we have not already done. Stop that. You not doing all better than us. You're not doing anything, and I'm saying this to all these non-FBA groups, Asian, black, Hispanic, whoever you are not doing as well as us. We've been there, done that. This is our homeland. We're foundational black Americans. Our lineage goes back thousands of years here. We done been that, done that, dude. Y'all ain't doing nothing we've not done. You a Johnny come lately, man. Y'all get off that bullshit. Look at me. Look at what I'm doing. We doing so well. Motherfucker, you work at DoorDash. Will you hurry up with my nachos and stop playing? Stop playing. You ain't balling the fuck out like that. Y'all not. Stop it. How come y'all Negroes, y'all not doing as good as us? Sister, lady, ma'am, you do Hood Rat's feet down in Fulton County, Georgia. You own a little nail salon. You do the feet of Hood Rats. You're not really balling out like that where you can sit up here and have bragging rights, okay? Be thankful for them Hood Rats giving you a lane to get an economic base. You give pedicures to Hood Rats. Stop it. They sit up and tell us that all these people are just doing so much better than us. They're not balling out like that. They're not balling out like it. None of these groups are balling out like that. They're not, dude. Yeah, they come over here and become the manager at goddamn Habit Burger, and all of a sudden they running around here talking about their model minority. No, you just came over here and got you a cool little job. Just enjoy that and enjoy the Dreamer program that my family helped put together for your ass. You in? Let's stop playing. Let's stop playing. Don't start that model minority shit and you drive for Uber, nigga. You a model minority. You a cab driver in Washington, D.C. Stop it. Sitting up here bragging about what you doing, how better you doing than the Akata. Stop. Those niggas are jealous. These niggas are jealous. These niggas are, I work hard. I am an Igbo and work hard. I come do better. Ma'am, would you like ketchup with your Big Mac? Nigga, just get that DoorDash order together, bro. Get the Grubhub together and then holla at me, bro. And then pat yourself on the back after you deliver my fries. Fuck out of here. You dig? But yeah, man, we got to stop playing these games out here. We got to stop playing games, and it's time to get everybody's mind right. Foundational Black Americans, we got to stop letting these folks get goofy with us and start calling them out. But again, make them get to the solutions part when they keep talking about what black people do and don't do. You dig? Make them get down to the damn solutions. And speaking of mammies, bedwenches, or whatever, now y'all know Chet Hank, Tom Hanks' son. Yeah, the other day he was running around on social media talking about it's gonna be a white boy summer. And all the divest Twitter bedwenches were all hot and bothered because Zaddy was sitting up here trying to throw him a bone. He was talking about white boy summer and all this garbage. Hold on, let me see if I can find that clip. Hold on, let me see if I can find the white boy summer clip with Chet Hanks. Hold on, where's the white boy summer? Okay, here it is. Okay, this is Chet Hanks. He was declaring it to be white boy summer. I hope this is the right clip. Hold on one second. For those who missed it, hold on.
What's up, loved ones? Wow, thank you for making white boy summer officially a thing. I see that it's in full effect, and I love to see it. It's fantastic. You know, they've been asking me, Chet, if it's going to be a white boy summer, it sounds like you're going to need to have a black girl summer. And I said, that's every summer for me, baby. I mean, it's more of a year-round thing, to be honest. But, you know, I mean, it goes without saying. But since so much traffic is getting drawn to my page right now, I thought I'd just plug the link in my bio, Actors Advantage, hit that shit, register for it. If you want to make a living from being an actor in film and television, it's a pretty sick job. I'm going to be dropping all the gems on that shit come April 4th, so make sure you hop on the right foot and make your next move your best move.
Oh, God.
But apart from that, everybody...
Oh, God, I hate when these white boys be getting our lingo and... Oh, God, they make it so corny. Drop that zero, get with the hero. Y'all make our shit so corny. God damn it. Oh, God. And bedwenches love this. Bedwenches love y'all sit up and shit on niggas, but boy, the white boys say the most corniest shit. Come on with it, Zaddy. Come through, Zaddy. When he say some corny bullshit like that. Well, a couple of days ago, Chet Hanks was in an argument with his girlfriend, his black chick, and they got into a fight, and she filed some kind of paperwork on his ass, restraining order, and she said in the restraining order, in the paperwork, he called her a ghetto black bitch, and he went into slave master mode on her ass, and there's video of them after a little fight they had at the house, and this is Chet, this is how white boy summer is starting. It's not starting well. Hold on.
Chet.
You're threatening me with a knife.
So she swings at his ass.
This bitch just attacked me with a knife.
No, I didn't. Did I attack you with a knife? John,
This bitch just attacked me with a knife.
Did I attack you with a knife? No, not at all. You pushed me.
Wow.
You pushed me.
Now you're trying to flip the story. Wow.
When I'm done with your ass.
Wow.
When I'm done with you.
She just attacked me with a knife.
Okay, I want y'all to notice his black scent went away, by the way. Okay, guys, notice after him and the sister got into it and she swung on him, he went into white man victim mode. Oh my God, she attacked me with a knife. Oh God, he's white again. I'm a white boy. The accent, where did the accent go, guys? The accent it disappeared. I don't want White Boy Summer to go away. I thought it was going to be White Boy Summer. And the accent just went away. Let me play the rest. Hold on one second. Hold on. Y'all bear with me. Hold on one second. Hold on. The accent just went all out the door. Hold on.
Get out my face.
She just attacked me with a knife. There's the proof. She's mad because I caught her stealing my money, taking my credit cards and charging her rent to them, other shit like that. Threatening me with a knife?
Oh, God.
Shit.
You're threatening me with a knife? This just...
Okay, so he done turned white again. Hold on.
Don't know him like that. Like I said,
okay, but what do they go by?
I don't know the street names because I don't gangbang. I'm a white boy. I used to bang, but I dropped all that. I dropped it straight up because I'm not going to get in that life and I don't want to be in that life. I want to be a white boy like me and you are. I want to be a regular person.
Well,
I'm a white boy again. Stop. Oh, they so goddamn corny, man. oh yeah, daddy's money. Man, y'all sisters, y'all better stay away from these dudes, man. These dudes are always bad news. But y'all want a little secret zaddy rendezvous. These dudes are the worst. Oh my God, she hit me, dude. Fucking bitch. Oh, he got real white on her ass. So, does that mean White Boy Summer is canceled? Man, I was looking forward to White Boy Summer. I hope White Boy Summer is not canceled. That was going to be something interesting to see. I was ready for White Boy Summer, man. People were talking about White Boy Summer. Man, I got all this unseasoned potato salad for nothing. What are we going to do? Come on, man. I'm ready for White Boy Summer, man. I made a tuna casserole for nothing. Damn it. I was ready for White Boy Summer. Y'all sisters got to get it together with Chad. Y'all make up with Chad so we can get White Boy Summer going on. I got 2 concert tickets for Kenny G. I want White Boy Summer to pop off. The COVID thing is slowing down, so now we can go out. We can go to stores. I was going to buy a new outfit for White Boy Summer. I was going to go to Abercrombie and Fitch and get me some cargo pants. I was going to get me some Abercrombie and Fitch cargo pants for White Boy Summer. And some boating shoes with no socks. I was going to go full white boy. I was going to make some gluten-free cinnamon rolls. It was going to be popping. What happened? Come on. Damn it. Y'all get it together with this dude so we can get White Boy Summer popping off. Shit, man. I want to eat Rice Krispie treats and drink Dr. Peppers. White boys love Dr. Pepper. I want to drink Dr. Pepper. Yeah, I want to have a Zima drink. We're going to drink Zimas. Y'all remember the Zima? We're going to all drink Zimas together. And drink some Budweisers. That's what we're going to do. Let's get it popping. Damn it, White Boy Summer might not pop off, man. And I got some coupons for avocado wraps, and I don't know what to do with them now, man. We got to get White Boy Summer popping off, man. I was getting ready. It was about to be popping. I'm interested to see what White Boy Summer was going to be like, man. I had some graham crackers and Nutella ready. I'm like, shit, we got to get this thing going. White Boy Summer just cannot lose. Damn. I had some caramel s'mores in the oven. Shit. God damn it. I wanted White Boy Summer to pop off. Shit. We got a 6-pack of Smirnoff Ice. Come on. Who's going to drink all this goddamn Smirnoff Ice? We fucked up in the game now, man. Damn it, we got to get White Boy Summer going on, man. Shit. What are we going to do, man? I got 10 pounds of granola, and I don't know what to do with it. All this goddamn granola that I done bought, I thought it was going to be all summer. Now I'm stuck with granola. I don't know what to do with it, man. Shit. And I got some Garnier Fruit Tea shampoo. I don't know what to do with it now. We're just stuck out here. God damn it. Anyway, that's been today's episode of Tariq Radio. Don't forget, guys, we're going to have Buck Breaking coming at the end of the month, guys. Buck Breaking is popping off at the end of the month. Ladies and gentlemen, Buck Breaking is coming. BuckBreakingMovie.com. Stay tuned for updates. BuckBreakingMovie.com. All my LA people, you better get ready. We're going to let you know when to get tickets for the screening we're having in North Hollywood. The tickets are going to go very fast, my LA people. So y'all better get y'all's immediately when I announce it. Meantime, go to HiddenColorsFilm.com to get Hidden Colors 1 through 5. Everybody subscribe to this page. Subscribe to my channel right now. Go to OgoonJuice.com to get that Ogoon Juice pepper spray. Go to OfficialFBA.com to get your foundational Black American flags. And y'all have a good one.